I know.
Come on. That's just manipulation. Bunnies and the heart shape.
You know, we tried to be subtle, but how can you be? You know,
that is so cute.
Look
at the doggies.
that.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. I love these statues. And it's so appropriate because they really symbolize love. And look at the tail, even on the dogs. Look at that. Even that creates a heart.
And then cats.
I know.
By the
so
way,
cute.
cats don't do that. Bunnies,
Well,
I believe. Dogs,
not for long.
I'll buy into that. Cats, I don't know. I think you're pushing it. I get to introduce you to a dear, dear friend. And I couldn't do these hours without her. Nancy Brandmuller is back with
Hello,
us
everyone.
once more.
Thank you for having me. I'm well.
Are you
It's so
kidding?
good to
I've been
be
looking
here.
forward to this.
Me too. Me too.
These are new to me. I
love
had
these.
never seen these.
Yes.
And the detail on the poly resin gives them an appearance that they were actually whittled and carved from wood.
Yes, exactly. Or stone. They are just beautifully done. I love that Plow Hearth took the idea of this statuary and these carvings, but then also kind of hid the little heart right inside the center here. Look at how sweet their faces are.
And you don't notice the heart until you notice the heart.
Right, exactly. I always say the Plow Hearth does animals so well, and
I agree.
this is no exception. Look at the sweet faces. And then I want to turn this one around because they also added that extra little touch of the heart with the tails right there. Look how cute that is. So these are made out of resin. They are fine to leave outside in all kinds of weather. I've had mine out on my front porch by where I'm going to plant flowers. There's no flowers there just yet.
Hey,
but
my crocus is bloomed.
Yeah, I have some little baby daffodils
Yeah,
that are just
they're
starting
bloomed.
to come up, and
Look,
I think I see a purple crocus too.
Even bunnies now are
Look at the
fist pumping.
bunnies.
Yeah.
That's right. They've got the QVC fist bump. So the bunnies are so sweet. I want you to notice that these actually look like it's kind of weathered stone, but again, there's that beautiful heart. You'll see the beautiful pink inside their ears. I want to turn it around.
Yeah, there's no front or back.
There
really.
isn't. So if you put this on a table or if you put this like on somewhere where people are going to see it from both sides, it's not a problem because people are going to see something beautiful on both sides. This is good to use outside, but also I really see people using these inside. Your bunny, great as a centerpiece for Easter.
For Easter, yeah. That one's about 10.5 inches in height, so you get a little bit more height. Here's
There's
our
our
little
kitty cat.
I appreciate that they didn't do these in a high gloss.
Yes.
They did it in like a matte finish. It looks almost like a stain, which is why I said, to me, this almost looks like it was carved from wood.
Yes, exactly.
But it's a poly resin, so as you said, it'll hold up to the element. The cats are going to be about 10.25 inches in height.
Okay, so there, look at that sweet little expression on each one of their faces. They're touching noses. Again, turning it around just so you can see, even their tails are beautifully done. You can see that curve. You see the sweet little like soft belly right in here that is, you know, kind of a lighter tone. We used to have a tuxedo cat that had that little white belly like that. And, you know, it just is so beautifully done. And again, it's got kind of a, an antiquing to them, so when you get them home and you see kind of that darker kind of streaking on it, or looks like it's carved right there, that's intentional. It's to make it look like they've been carved out of wood or carved out of stone.
Certain things you want to look like they've been with us for a while.
I agree.
And these are new. This is these you aired these
very recently, but
this is only the second time that they've been on the air.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be able to share them.
I shouldn't do this to you. I'm putting you on the spot.
What's that?
Okay, if you had to pick one,
oh gosh,
which one would you go with?
Oh, you can't do that. Okay.
Sure I can.
I'm a dog person. Well,
So
yeah, you can. I'm a dog person, so I do love the dogs, but I also do love the sweetness of the bunny. Just because
Look at the bunnies.
I know, I love that
Look
their
at the
little paws are kind of touching, so they've created that perfect heart right in there.
You really actually see bunnies kissing.
No,
But you know they do because there's a lot of bunnies.
Right, exactly.
you know.
Yeah,
That's cute.
It's real. They're really sweet. And this was one of the things I saw when I went down to Plow Hearth in October to see what they're bringing for the upcoming season. And I just fell in love with them because I like it when they give us pieces that you can add to your outdoor space. You can go ahead and put these out in your garden if you're tucking them among your daffodils or your tulips or your azaleas. But then also for those of you who have spaces that, you know, are more limited. Maybe you have a balcony or you have a small patio like my mom, and you don't have a big garden to put it out. You can nestle these into your container gardens.
Look at that, right there. We have a little wrought iron fence.
Yep.
And it's right. I got to tell you, I keep waiting for Plow Hearth to run out of ideas.
I know. You know, they're amazing.
I'm not a doubting Tom. And by the way, the whole Plow Hearth team was in just a couple days ago.
Yes.
So it was really, really nice to see them again.
Right.
It's a family-owned and operated business. But I keep just thinking they've got to run dry someday, and they just never do. And they don't ever, what I call mass produce, because
Correct.
there's artisans involved. Each one of these, that little kitty, the two kitties, that had to originally been carved and a mold made.
Yes.
And each one is hand painted. So that's what I mean by the village of artisans. So just by the sheer nature of the time it takes to create instead of manufacture, they never do enough. So you get something that's really special.
Right.
Imagine, you saw our big deal of the day.
Yes, I love a stilby.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite flowers.
The little bunnies.
Yes.
Just kind of, popping up in the middle of those.
Surrounded by a stilby. That would be so beautiful. And what you want to do is add pieces to your garden that are going to make you smile, that are going to create surprise. That's another thing too.
Yep.
You know, we're always planting beautiful flowers, and you've got shrubs and you've got your trees. You want to create layering, but also you want to create surprise, especially if you have young children, whether they're children or grandchildren, because that's what gets them in love with being in the garden. You want to tuck this somewhere so that when they go around the corner and see this, or they look underneath the azalea bush, they see something surprising.
Nancy, sometimes I do it, honestly, just for myself.
Yeah, exactly. You want to have that pleasure when you go out and are sitting in your garden. You know, I went out the other day and just sat on my back step because it was a nice, beautiful day.
Yep.
Not much to look at right now, but I did see some of my Plow Hearth pieces.
You saw some hope, didn't you?
And I saw hope.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
coming
hope
up.
in those little tiny daffodils just starting to peek their heads up. I saw some of my my sedum starting to come back in some of my planters. And I just sat out there and enjoyed the sun.
Soaked it in.
And I just soaked it in. And then you have pieces like these that make you smile. That's what gardening is about, making you smile, making you happy in your outdoor space.
It's funny. There's people who think gardening is about plants.
It's so much more. It's painting a whole palette.
It's a story.
You're right.
Your garden is a story that you create. And it can be as formal as you wish it to be.
Sure.
I'm not good with formal.
No, me neither. Well, could you tell that I'm not either?
Formal sounds like rules. You know?
Straight lines.
Yeah.
I don't.
So-
I never met a straight line I liked.
These are new to me. They're new to you. They were on the air one other time.
Yeah.
There's our little hearted animals. The love statues in the dog, the kitty cat, or I got to tell you, I really love the bunnies. At a price tag of $26.44. Coming up a little bit later on, I wouldn't wait for July 4th